Hi, guys. So it's brought to my attention that Miss Gabi, back in, I think it was 2019 when it happened, she actually had a head-on collision. And the person that she got in the car accident with is actually passed away. I never heard about this, like, ever. Somebody mentioned it in my comment section, and I was like, she did what? Someone died because of her? I'm like, okay, I gotta know about this. It was a man. His name was Jose Rodriguez. So it says, in the circuit court, Cook County, Illinois, County Department, Law Division. Now, I am not a lawyer, so I'll read what I can and really try and word this right. It says, Abigail Rodriguez and Elizabeth Rodriguez, as independent administrator of the estate of Jose Rodriguez, deceased. Plaintiffs versus the defendant, and the defendant is not only Gabrielle Marie Jacobson. Petition to approve the 100% survival settlement on behalf the estate of Jose Rodriguez, deceased. Now comes the petitioner, Elizabeth Rodriguez, as an independent administrator of the estate of Jose Rodriguez, deceased petitioner, by and through her attorneys. I can't pronounce that word. So let's go with Bertolac Law Group LLC, and petitions this honorable court to approve 100% survival settlement on behalf of the estate of Jose Rodriguez, deceased, in the amount of $30,000, and to grant authority to receive proceeds of the settlement of the cause of action as states as follows. Facts and procedural history. 1. On September 14th, 2017. Oh, it was 2017. Okay. Defendant operated, controlled, and drove a motor vehicle traveling at or near the intersection of Irving Park Road and Barrington Road in Hanover Park, Illinois. 2. That at the said time and place, Jose Rodriguez, deceased, was a passenger in a vehicle driven by his daughter, Abigail. 3. On September 14th, 2017, and as plaintiff alleged, defendant breached her duty to plaintiffs during a collision. Immediately after the collision, it's hard to read, something descendant was transported. Let me see, to Hanover Park Fire Department EMS ambulance to St. Alexis Medical Center in Hoffman Estates, Illinois, with 1010 right side abdominal pain proximate to the location of the seatbelt, as well as back pain, neck pain, right side chest pain, right side testicle pain. Decedent received CT scans of the head, cervical spine, abdomen, and pelvis. Of course, there's no fractions were found on the CT scans, not for Gabi. No, she seems to get away with everything, doesn't she, guys? 5. Decedent sustained soft tissue injuries to his abdomen. There were no other medical findings. Decedent was discharged on September 14th, 2017, with instructions to follow up with his primary care physician. 6. On September 19th, 2017, decedent sought treatment with his primary care physician at Midwest Internal Medicine, Yelena N. Shencook, MD. Dr. Shencook performed an assessment and physical exam identifying testicular swelling, abdominal pain, 6 out of 10, lower back pain, 9 out of 10. 7. September 19, 2017, decedent consulted with Illinois Neurospine Institute pertaining to his injuries with Dr. Ronald Michael, as decedent previously had spinal fusion, and Dr. Shancook required clearance to begin physical therapy. Dr. Michael noted profound bruising of the abdomen. 8. Decedent incurred medical bills in the amount of $24,000. 9. Decedent retained the Bertolac Law Group to represent him in making of the claim for personal injury against Gabi. 10. On August 5th, 2019, decedent filed his 2-count initial complaint alleging a cause of action against Gabi for negligence. 11. On December 21st, 2019, decedent died of causes unrelated to his litigation at 45 years of age. See the death certificate, which I do have, but it's very hard to read. Attached here too as petitioner's Exhibit A, the cause of action against Gabi survives decedent's death. 12, February 26, 2020, the initial complaint and denied. I'm not sure exactly what that was about. Order appointing representative and issuing letters of state interstate. So there's a verified petition of Jose Rodriguez for issuance of letters of office. Court having found as the date of death the gross value of the estate of the decedent subjected to administrative in the of real estate and is that I can't read, is that 1,000 of personal estate? I don't know. It's hereby ordered in the office as independent administrator shall be issued to Elizabeth Rodriguez. Order declaring heirship. So there's Elizabeth and there's Abigail, and I can't read the other names, but he's got 4 children and his wife is Elizabeth. And they rewarded that amount of money. The following dates have been scheduled, and there they are there. It's signed by Judge Brian J. Diamond. In the Circuit Court, Cook County, Illinois, County Department, Law Division, it says Abigail Rodriguez and Elizabeth Rodriguez as independent administrator of the estate of Jose Rodriguez, deceased, which are the plaintiffs, versus Gabi. To see attached service list, you are hereby notified that on the 11th day of September 2023, plaintiffs filed with the clerk of the Circuit Court of Cook County, their petition to approve 100% survival settlement on behalf of the Abigail Rodriguez as independent administrator of the estate of Jose Rodriguez, deceased, copies of which is enclosed herewith and served upon you. John P. Puzis, and that was the attorney for plaintiffs. That was filed in when? 9/11/2023. Certificate of Services, I, John P. Puzis, hereby certifies under penalties as provided by the law pursuant to Section 1, blah, 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 of the Code of Civil Procedure, and I cause a copy of plaintiff's notice of filing a petition to approve 100% survival settlement on behalf of Abigail Rodriguez as independent administrator of the estate of Jose Rodriguez, deceased, to be served by email upon defendant's counsel of record to the email address noted below on the 11th day of September 2023. In the Circuit Court of Cook County, Illinois, County Department, Law Division, Abigail Rodriguez and Jose Rodriguez are the plaintiffs versus Gabi. Order. This matter coming to be heard by the agreement of the parties, all matters in the controversy having settled, due notice given, and the court fully advised in the premises. It is hereby ordered, 1, the matter is dismissed in its entirety, with prejudice and without costs. Wow. 2, it is further ordered that the court returns jurisdiction to enforce the settlement and adjudicate any hens. Looks like hens. 3, this matter was resolved. I'm not sure what that word says, and that says pretrial. And the judge signed it. Yeah. There's the death certificate. You'll have to kind of squeeze in there, but you can see it says Jose R. Rodriguez, 45 years old. He was married to Elizabeth. Male. He passed away December 21st, 2019. And he was born March, I think it says 18th, 1974. I could be wrong. Anyways. So that's interesting. Very interesting. So again, she gets away with bullshit. Because this was, from what I understand and what I've been reading, this was on her. The man died, leaving behind 4 children and a wife. Gabi got off scot-free. Look at, it's dismissed in its entirety with prejudice and without costs. Wow. But now at least everyone will know that that Gabi killed somebody. That's not going to be a good look at all, especially on a resume. Who am I kidding? She'll never make a resume. Let's just say she tries to get another job again. Would they really want her? Unbelievable. The things that you find or the things that come in front of your face. I had no idea about this. Did you guys? Because I certainly didn't. Wow. Unbelievable. This is why I always tell, or it's like I always get upset, and I actually more than anything I get pissed off because I know she is driving high. To pick up Cam, to drop off Cam, to go feed her fat, to go to McDonald's, whatever. She's high 24 fucking 7. And shit like this happens, and it's, oh well. No, it's not oh well. I would have sued the shit out of you, Gabi. And they're still seeking $50,000 from Gabi. They'll never see that money. Nobody's going to see any money from Gabi. Find out still looking for the money that she's being owed. Ain't no one getting shit. That is not okay. How does that, they need to, so because she doesn't have a job, she what, doesn't get her wages garnished? Well, you know what? She's got TikTok. And you have to do your taxes every year. So that income has to be claimed. So therefore, that income can be paid out to every single person you owe, Gabi. Does anybody in the law know that she's not claiming? Because she obviously ain't. Erin doesn't live on that at that address, apparently, so she can get food stamps and free this and free that, right? Karen admitted Erin uses her address. Why the fuck is that not being looked into? Why is nothing happening to this woman? She fucking killed somebody. Like, the fuck? I don't even know what else to say. Anyways, I thought that this was something people needed to hear. Do not drive while you're high. Don't drive while you're inebriated. Don't drive unless you're completely sober. You just don't. Fuck. This man lost his he lost his life. 4 children and a wife. And they have to beg the government for money because he passed away since, 2017? It's now 2023. And this agreement, that it's finally been, stated that apparently Gabi didn't have it. It was not Gabi's fault, even though we all know damn well she loves driving high. So they had to wait for that settlement for how many years? 6 years? 7 years? Still waiting? That's not okay. Anyways, that just floors me. Holy fuck. Anyways, you guys have a good night and let me know what you think in the comments.